What's going on, Whalers fam? Welcome back to another League Night vlog. It is Wednesday Night Mixed once again. Although we are on a bit of a hot streak going into this evening, and we are also on 5 days of pretty much no bowling. So, coming up due to Memorial Day. So, these were the last series leading up to tonight. Pretty much all those series are above 550, a couple that are borderline, but nonetheless, they all still equal a 180 or better average, which is what we're shooting for this summer. I did also update my Arsenal picture, which is on the right side of the screen. My first bag has the first three balls closer to the bottom, and then my other bowling bag is the two OG bowling balls that I've had longer, but I just leave on the side in case, for whatever reason I want to switch to them. But nonetheless, that is my arsenal every single time we film a video, and if I happen to add one, which probably won't be for a while now anyway, you'll pretty much know when I talk about it if that happens. But either way, should be another fun night of bowling. It's been a hot minute, so we're gonna see what we can do. Enjoy the music. Alrighty, coming to the end of game one here. We're off to a great start. Score's looking great. Ball's going to go in the pocket for the 10th frame, and we get a split, which leaves this ending just slightly sour in terms of the leave that we had here. Kind of like the sour Skittles you get, but you dump half the bag right away, and it just feels terrible. That's kind of how sour the split was, but it is what it is. We're on to TJ in the 10th frame here. He's going to help pick me up off the split that I left in the 10th. Another strike solidifies the matchup here. From his second ball, this is the third ball now. and that'll just be for count, which pads our lead going into game 2 here. So, good news is we survived a tougher game 1. They definitely brought it. Bowled a little bit better than that handicap for a couple of them there, but we found a way to get through the game at least, so that's a big W in that aspect. But we still have 2 more games and total to go before we really know what's going to happen in this video of bowling. We keep things clean for a majority of it. We only missed 1 makeable spare, so that's good. So we got things we can feed off here going into game 2, and you're going to see it right now. Alrighty, so coming to the end of game 2 here, a little bit late, I suppose, for me to commentate over. We do sadly blow the clean game that we had in the 10th frame once again, so kind of like a snake bite here. But if the ball actually hooked just slightly more there, I probably would have easily got the spare. It just didn't happen. Wasn't meant to be. But either way, 196 is still like really, really good, regardless of the outcome. We do win by a lot here, as you can see on the difference. I just went straight to the difference graphic by the end anyway, just to bypass doing a couple extra sniping tool screenshots of the overlay I used. So, anyways, really solid game 2 for us though. We're average through 2 games and more, so you can't ask for really more than that, which is the great news. We just got to take game 3 now and the total, and it'll look like a complete night. We just got to make sure we show up for that game though. So that's the key here, because you can win the first 2 and still blow or lose everything else, but it's more important to just show up and finish it strong, especially for us, because I would much rather at this point try to get as more consistent as we can, because we have a chance to do it with the 184 game 1 and 196 game 2, so we can keep things fairly consistent if we can kind of be in that range at least one more time. But no, I don't think anything higher would be ideal, but just something consistent, I think, in terms like don't, I'd rather not have like a pop off game, but I don't know. We'll see what happens right now in game 3. And sit back, enjoy, and if you like the content, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button here on YouTube if you haven't already. I'll give you 5 seconds if you need to hit that button too. All right, now time for game 3. Alrighty, welcome back. As you can see, game 3 was very eventful for our team. Mark decides to pull a bunch of walk-off strikes. The second one he did fail miserably by leaving a 10 pin on, so I had to include it in the video because if I didn't, I feel like I'd just be doing the video some disservice. But anyways, we get a double here, or we're building into a double with the first ball in the 10th frame. We knock down 9 on the second ball, and then I just kind of yeeted the fill ball shot. I didn't even bother going for the spare, so I have a 189 in game 3. So overall consistent night, 569 series in total. TJ's just wrapping up his night here. We already won this game by a good amount as well. So this is going to go on to be a sweep of this matchup, which means we're off to a pretty solid start in Wednesday Night Summer Mix, and we might have a good combination for now starting out. Although it seems like in the league I've noticed is if you have like 3 bowlers who can strike a bit more often, and then you have that first bowler who's kind of like, I don't know what to describe it as, but like your 100, 120, 130 average even maybe, something like that. It you go places in this house. I don't know. That's just the way I see it. But anyways, on to the graphic here. The summary, our 569 series, 20 pins over average tonight, so that's another 180 plus in the books. Our team record is 16-2. We only lost 2 points so far through 2 weeks, which is amazing. And the total breakdowns below as well are shown. Also, a quick little look at the Arsenal picture too. Once again, if you didn't already get a good look at it earlier in the video, you get a much better look at it now. I don't know. I might see if I can work on the thumb holes on a couple of those bowling balls, but most part, everything's pretty good for right now, and I don't plan on adding a new ball for a while. So, good news is we won by a lot tonight. A lot of momentum going into week 3, but for me, the show continues on Friday, which is just a couple days away. Considering this was filmed on a Wednesday, and then we regroup for a Monday trio week 2 visit. I think there's only one other time that the leagues or one of the leagues has a pause in it, and that's because of the PBA regional coming. But I think I'm getting in that pro-am, so I will still post something. It'll just look a little different. I don't know. It'll depend on what happens, but be on the lookout for that sometime in July. If you guys like today's content, make sure you like and subscribe. I'd greatly appreciate it. It helps us thrive here on YouTube that much better. And I can't wait to see you in Friday's video. Thank you for watching. Take care, Rollers fam.